Dear music lovers, welcome to our appointment with interviews from the Major TV studio. Today we have a very special guest, two special guests, an amazing cellist, Pola Benke, and Bobby, our dachshund. Hello, Pola.
Ciao, good morning.
Hello, how do you do? And Bobby too. Hi, Bobby. Hello.
Yeah, Bobby's camera shy a little bit today, but hopefully eventually he'll introduce himself. But we're doing good. It's early morning in California. And how are you doing?
Oh, we are very good. And Havana is here with me as a music critic. We have a lot of questions to ask you. I would love to start talk about Bobby, of course, because it's pretty interesting to talk about classical music and animals. Havana, for example, here, she loves some repertoires. For example, she really loved Bach, but she ran away when I play Brahms. Bobby, listen to you when you play the cello.
Yes, actually, I trained him from a very little puppy to stay next to me when I practice, and he actually likes it. I don't think he has favorites. Definitely Bach, perhaps it's his favorite if I had to choose. He always falls asleep to Bach right away, but usually he lays under the chair when I practice cello and he sleeps. And he knows it's not a time to play, and once I'm done, he will throw a ball, but never when I practice. So in that way, he's trained.
As you know, in the Major, we made a lot of posts dedicated to animals and classical music, and underlining the benefits that our furry friends have by listening classical music. What playlist would you like to recommend for the puppies who are listening to us?
Well, definitely Bach. As you say, Havana likes it, Bobby likes it, so there's a high chance your pupil will enjoy some Bach. I've noticed that some dogs do not like modern music, so you have to be very careful with those choices.
Yes.
But actually, Bobby seems to enjoy the Beatles too.
Oh, so, such a nice taste.
Right. So, I mean, he's not picky. I think if you start listening to music around your puppy, then they will grow up, being used to it. And I think that they'll be just fine around anything.
Well, Pola, you're a fantastic player, and in this difficult time of the pandemic, we can travel. But when you travel for concert, does Bobby go with you?
No, absolutely not. Actually, he loves people, and imagine going to new places, meeting new people. He's just absolutely into new people. He wants to meet them, smell them, play with them. So there's no way I could go to a new place and tell him go to sleep like right now. He's just too absorbing. So unfortunately I cannot travel with him. It was my dream, but it didn't happen. And so he stays home.
Yeah, maybe imagine one day an orchestra with all the musicians were their puppy friends all together.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, tell me. Sorry?
How is Havana? Does she travel with you?
Oh, yes. She travels with me sometimes. It depends when and where puppy are allowed inside the hall for concerts. And, sometimes she likes, sometimes she don't. It depends. She has particular tastes, even in the hall. She checks the sound. But let's go back to the cello. You start very young as a professional cellist, and also I read carefully your biography, and you work with two orchestra that we know very well in the Major TV, the Azusa Pacific and the Los Angeles Virtuosi. I read that in the Azusa Pacific you're also a conductor.
That's right. I actually studied in States cello performance, and then I left for a couple years. I went back to Poland, where I played with another orchestra there, Sinfonietta Cracovia. And then after a couple years, I decided to come back to States, and I was lucky to receive a full scholarship at Azusa Pacific, where I'm studying conducting currently. And Havana is something to say.
She appreciated. Yes, she loved female conductors.
Oh, okay. So I was fortunate to start the program last year, actually, with Professor Russell, who is a conductor at Azusa Pacific. So I also play in the symphony for him as a principal. So I'm very fortunate to work with him. And actually kind of work out very well because we are in pandemic, so I cannot perform much. So I'm spending this time studying conducting, and I'm not missing out much because I'm still learning, and I really enjoyed this program. And Los Angeles Virtuosi with Maestro Ponti. I played with them when they started 6 years ago. I was still studying here. Then I left, I came back to California, and I'm playing with them again. So that's been an amazing experience as well. I mean, you know, Carlo, it's Italian, he's Italian, so
yes.
I really like working with him because, you know, he has a European mindset if it comes to music and just work ethics. So it's always like really refreshing to work with him because it's different.
Yes.
But yes, both conductors are very good, and I love working with them.
Yeah, we're very lucky also to interview him, and also the maestro Christopher Russell. We say hello to them. They're doing an amazing job even in this coronavirus time we're living. Recently, I saw on your beautiful Instagram profile some particular instrument for cello called cello mutes. Can you explain to our audience and to me also, because I don't know how to use them, and what kind of instrument are those?
Sure. So those are more like accessories for a cello. So each string instrument, violin, viola, cello, and double bass, have this small device called mute, and they are to literally mute the instrument so it is not as loud as without it. And you'll see the usage of mutes in an orchestra, but there's different sizes of mutes. I wish I had them here. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared with that. But there's different types of mutes. There are orchestral mutes and then hotel mutes. Hotel mutes are designed for musicians when they're traveling to be able to practice in a hotel on their instrument, so the instrument is not loud, won't bother your neighbors, right, in the hotel. So since I have so much time right now during the pandemic, I figured I would just test all of the mutes that are out there and figure out what's the best choice and if they really work, if they're worth the money, and so on. So I'm still testing them, and hopefully some other cellists will find some help on choosing the right one, because not necessarily they might mute the instrument, but the quality of the sound is not always the same.
Okay, you explain me very well, so I understand better how it is a cello mute. Havana, I have a question for you. You're a terrific teacher, and she wants to learn how to play cello. Could you please give to her some advice?
To Havana, how to play cello.
No, to a young students or young kids who want to start the beautiful instrument as the cello is.
Of course. So I think the most common questions from young pupils I get, it's like, oh, do I have to play your big size cello? And the answer is no. There's smaller cellos for smaller students, shorter students, and there's actually 3 major sizes: the half size, 3/4, and a full size. Full size will be just like one behind me in the case. That's the size I would play. I'm pretty tall, 5'9", so this is perfect fit for me. Some of my friends who are shorter, they play 3/4 cello, but it's really hard to find a good quality instrument in the size of 3/4. So for concert cellists, they usually will choose the full size, and occasionally you even find 1/8 cello, tiny cellos. I mean, in Italy you can find great instruments. We all know why, it's Stradivari and others, but you know, you have to look for those tiny good instruments. So don't worry, there's a size for everyone, and of course it takes some time to learn and get used to it. It definitely is not the easiest instrument, but you know, just cello can play with any instrument, and in chamber music, you know, there's always a part for cello. So I think everyone finds it very suiting and goes very well with piano, clarinet, I mean, any instrument, you name it, it will fit.
Perfect. So everyone have a size they can use, fitted
right.
for young children. Pola, thank you very much, and thank you to Bobby. I have one last question to remember to our audience, your social media channel, and if you're doing some Zoom lesson maybe.
I do have actually students from Europe, from East Coast, West Coast in America. I do give online lessons. They're working quite well, because now it's so easy, like with you, to connect, you know, it's for free, you know, all the programs as well. So for those who wish to, you know, study with me, there's no problem. The only thing that stands on our way is the time difference, right? It's 9 hours right now in between us. I'm waking up, you're going to sleep.
Would you like to remember to our audience your website,
yes.
your Instagram and your Facebook?
Yes, on Instagram it's Pola Benke, first and last name. You can easily find me.
Okay.
Same for a website and Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So Havana, you're ready, you check it out. And you have a lot of pictures with Bobby too, so you follow your adventure with your amazing pet. Bobby, thank you Pola.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bobby, say bye. He's not speaking today.
And see you soon for yeah, ciao. So we remember to our audience how to support the Major TV. You can find all the information at the end of the video. Thank you to Pola, thank you to Bobby. See you for the next interview.
Thank you, Alida. All the best.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.